Hey, I was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Tastes delicious.
So Galen was like running that at the time. So I went to I did, they just had like a spot in pastry. So I did some pastry stuff with them.
Got you.
So that was good.
Okay.
Yeah, it was cool.
Got you. And then, so you're doing this, you're sort of in an interim, in limbo.
Yeah, it was kind of interim.
Yeah.
I went back to being a cook and making like $12 an hour.
Yeah. And you were like, fuck this.
Yeah, I mean, it was good. I was there for about 6 months or so.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then Josh asked me if I wanted to come back to Momofuku, and like he was the chef at Nishi, and then he like got promoted to corporate chef and was trying to find like the person that was gonna like be the chef
fill
at
his shoes.
Nishi. Yeah, so
and you already know everything, so it's easy.
Yeah, so he was like, "Do you want to come back and be the chef here?" And I was like, "Yeah."
It was his decision totally. Like Chang has nothing to do with that.
I didn't talk to Dave about it prior. Yeah, it was kind of like I came back and it was kind of like. Just happened.
He just shook your hand and was like, "Hey, you're the chef now."
Yeah, it was kind of like, yeah. So then I was at Nishi for like over 2 years until it closed.
Until COVID.
Yeah.
Okay.
Until COVID. Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah.
Now, just recently, this article came out about the Momofuku restaurant group and all the, let's just say, call it abuse, right?
Mm-hmm.
We all know what it is, but. It was it to the extent that article draws out, or was it just kind of just normal kitchen violence? You know,
it's a combination of both. I mean, again, I don't know how much I can say here. I mean, I never really, Dave is hard on people.
Yeah, for
like
sure.
He was hard on me as a chef at Nishi, especially like, later on, like there was certain things that. That he wanted out of me, out of the restaurant and stuff. But he could also be supportive too. Like, I had a lot of really great opportunities, like working for that company. So, like I got to do a lot of cool shit, and there was like a lot of growth for me. So I can't be like, super upset about it.
No.
So like overall, like I would say like my experience was good. I can't say the same for like everyone else that I know.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of friends that have signed NDAs when they left.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you can say that,
yeah.
But it's restaurant stuff. But when you get to a company that big, like you kind of like can't do that stuff anymore.
Yeah,
I
you
guess.
can't. No,
Yeah,
small restaurant, so whatever. But
yeah,
once you get over there, and I mean, nobody's condoning that shit either. Like,
right.
You don't need to hit anybody or
Yeah, I mean, none of that was happening.
Yeah,
like, at least when I was there.
Like for me, the only time I yell. Is when I have to say some shit 3 times. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, like at some point, it's like, okay, there's no way else I can say this. I need to let you know how I feel and how this needs to be.
Right.
Yeah. So
but mistakes are okay if you can learn from them, right? That's
exactly. Yeah. And also, I feel like a lot of what happens with chefs is they'll beat down a cook, right? And then there's no follow up. There's no explanation to that cook. Like, do you understand why that happened?
Right.
Do you understand why that was wrong?
Yeah.
Because if they don't understand, then it's your fault.
Right.
Because you didn't teach them right.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And a lot of times, like, I find, like, it's also good, like, talk about that stuff, like, not in the heat of service.
Like, for sure. Yeah.
You're like, hey, this is fucked up. Like, we're going to fix this. And, like, after service, like,
exactly.
Have
we'll talk about it.
Like, when you have, like, some more time.
And most times, I mean, most of the cooks beat themselves up worse than you could ever do. So it's like you don't really need to
you can usually tell
that.
when someone feels bad enough.
For sure,
like,
yeah.
All right,
you're like, I don't even need to say anything because he's going to think about this tonight when he's at home. You know?
That's how you know you got a good one.
For sure. So you're at Nishi, and did you have any kind of goals when you got there? Like, you're like, okay, I am now the chef of a restaurant. For the first time ever.
It's pretty crazy, right?
In New York City.
Yeah.
Like, that shit ain't easy.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, what was weird, it was like an Italian restaurant. I had never really done a lot of Italian food before.
Okay.
A lot of pasta, which is not like my favorite thing in the world. But, I mean, yeah, we were just trying to do, try to make it interesting, kind of like, that restaurant was a little bit like forgotten about. It was in kind of a weird neighborhood. It wasn't as high profile as like Sambar and like Co. So I wanted to try to like raise it to that level. Mm-hmm. I don't think we ever really got there, but I think the people that came like liked it.
Yeah.
So.
And you probably got some good cooks coming out of there.
Yeah, we had a good team. That's like what I would be most proud of.
Yeah, that's what matters.
Yeah,
Doesn't
like
matter.
everyone was like, we had people stay for like a long time, and like everyone was super tight.
Yeah,
and,
they stayed for a long time. They're tight.
Yeah,
they're willing. They can call you today.
Yeah,
you know, and you can talk to them
for sure.
Because I don't know how it is for you, but it's like I still talk to a lot of my old cooks.
Yeah,
just like because I tell them like once I'm your chef one time, that's it.
Yeah,
like sorry, you got to deal with this shit. You know, what? So COVID happened, and is that what made you leave Nishi? Like, would you not have left the company if it wasn't for that?
I was actually already on my way out.
You were already on your way out.
Yeah,
got you.
Yeah.
What were you gonna do? Did you know?
Yeah, I was gonna move down to Mexico to work on a project actually, and that thing got all messed up with COVID and everything.
Got you. So then you were like,
yeah. So then it was like, yeah. And my partner Emma, she had worked for Momofuku as well, and she was going to come to Mexico too. So we were like, done. You know
what was happening in Mexico?
It was with Mike Bagale, who used to be the chef. Yeah, he was working on something.
Do you say it Bagale? I always say Bagali.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but I'm pretty sure it's Bagale.
It's Bagale.
Yeah.
I'm gonna still say Bagali.
Yeah, right.
That's fine.
I know what you mean.
It sounds like delicious pasta. You know?
Yeah. So yeah, we were gonna work with him, but so yeah, we were like kind of in limbo because like the project, they were like, oh, it's on hold, and it's like, oh, it's on hold a little bit more, and then it ended up being scrapped.
Yeah.
And so then we were like, you know, in New York, like quarantine, like no jobs, like just like looking for jobs.
It's so crazy how many fine dining chefs pivoted to Mexican food.
Yeah.
Like all of them. You know what I mean? It's like a lot of them.
Yeah.
And I was like, he doing it too? Damn, you know what I mean? It's like, all right, let's do it.
Yeah.
Thanks to Bujol. I mean, that's the only reason why.
Yeah.
You know, if it wasn't for him and putting it on the map like that.
Yeah.
And letting you know that you can open a fine dining restaurant and have Mexican cuisine, like that's not.
Yeah, it's cool.
You know, that doesn't happen normally.
Yeah.
So the plan in Mexico is scrapped. And what are your thoughts? Right, you're in a pandemic. This never happened before.
Yeah,
your projects are fucking. You're losing them by they're falling.
Yeah.
What's going through your head? You and your partner's head, right?
Yeah, I mean we were definitely stressed. Like, oh, like what's going to happen next? You know, we didn't know how long it was going to last. Like, you know, we were both on unemployment, and I mean, fortunately, you know, we got that like bump in the unemployment or whatever, the federal unemployment money or whatever, so like we could afford to stay in our apartment, so that was good.
Okay.
But you know, that ran out eventually, so it was kind of like, oh, you know, what are we gonna do? So we were just kind of like looking for jobs and you know, all over. We decided if like someone got like a good enough opportunity like somewhere else, we would like we could move or whatever. Yeah. So she got this thing at Truss, Four Seasons. So
with Eric Anderson, baby.
With Eric,
Woo!
So we came out to Calistoga, and it was weird because like back in the day before Nishi, I was like interviewing with Eric to go work with him at Qua. It was kind of funny.
Yeah,
yeah. So now she works with Eric.
Cool. Yeah. So she's the GM over there, and she's the reason why this podcast is happening.
Yeah. She hit you up.
Yeah, she reached out to me. She said, "Hey,
DMs.
Have my husband on right now." I said, "Okay."
There you go.
I'm down.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm grateful for all the listeners sending me people that they want to know about or they think are they regard them in a light where they're like, this guy should be showcased.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I mean, I had your food tonight. It was fucking amazing. And you've been open for how long? 2 days? 3 days?
No, it was weird. We were open for like 2 weeks, and then we had to close for some construction stuff because like the dining room's still like
got you. Yeah.
And then we reopened last Thursday.
Got you. So a total of like 3 weeks open. Yeah.
But
I mean,
it's been stop and start.
The possibilities are endless in this space, and from what I can see, the dining room already looks better than what it used to look like.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool.
And I mean, there was nothing wrong with Redwood at all.
Yeah,
it's just how two different visions in the same space. So I'm gonna be looking forward to coming back here in a year and seeing what you've done with it.
That'd be cool.
And also Truss. When we're not going to get into the opening of that because I don't know when.
Who knows?
But when it does open, let's go have dinner, chef.
That'd be cool, man.
Fuck yeah. Yeah. Explain to me the process of you getting this job.
It was weird. Well, when I first got out here, I was working at Single Thread for a couple months.
Okay.
And
how'd you get that job? You just knew somebody?
I think they were hiring, and I
you just applied.
Emailed them. Yeah,
and they're like, "Oh, Momofuku guy, hell yeah,
yeah." Yeah, so I emailed them, and and then I got messaged by a recruiter on LinkedIn out of the blue. I wasn't even looking for a job, but I was a cook at Single Thread, so
okay, well, did you work with Lydia?
Lydia.
That might have been after your time.
What did she do there?
I think she was on Garmager, but then she went to the restaurant in Meadowood.
Oh, so she was. Well, I when I first got out here, I staged at Meadowood too.
Oh, no way!
At Tram, yeah. And so Lydia like.
Oh, and I think you started the charter. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah. Yeah, so I staged at Meadowood for 2 days.
Yeah, Lydia was the
admin
sous chef. Yeah,
she worked at Single Thread too.
Yeah, she worked at Single Thread as a chef. Yeah, and then she went to. I mean, she's been cooking all over the place. She cooked at places in Chicago, and her husband Joe is cooking down in Ojai. Cool. Yeah, Joe's cool as fuck.
I really liked hanging out with him on my stage.
Yeah, shout out to Joe Maggio, best he's a cool stagiaire companion one can have. I'm telling you,
right? Yeah,
because he knows how to keep you busy.
Yeah.
Because he hates not being busy.
Yeah, I can see that.
And when he came to stage, I was the one that he was staging with.
Oh, yeah.
And it was just like, all right, what else? You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm like, man, I got to give this kid like 4 or 5 things just so he,
Yeah, give him something to do.
Just so he's like on a task list.
Right, yeah.
But shout out to Joe Maggio and Lydia Lee. Like, they're fucking amazing people.
Yeah.
So getting this job.
Yeah, so some recruiter reached out to me on LinkedIn out of the blue. Came over here, interviewed, did a tasting, saw the space. What
was the tasting like?
It was good. It was for like 4 or 5 people. I did like 4 dishes.
Did you find yourself using the Momofuku style?
I think it's just like kind of. I guess
it's inherent. It's ingrained in you.
Away from it,
exactly.
I'm sure like the Chris Costow methodology is like
exactly
in you, right.
Yeah. I always knew that happens, so it wasn't like I was stopped absorbing, but at some point I would like kind of take everything with a grain of salt, because I knew that at the end of the day, like when I go open my restaurant, it's not going to be Christopher Costow's by David. You know what I mean? Like, it's not. No, it's gonna be my fucking restaurant. So,
right? Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, I think I had done some tastings before for some different things here and there, but so yeah, I mean, it was good, and yeah, signed on to this thing.
How long after the tasting did you get the decision? Because that can always be daunting.
Kind of like right there.
Okay, good, great. Because I hate, sometimes I've seen it where the person does the tasting and then they don't get called back for 3 days.
Oof,
They're just in limbo.
That's rough.
Telling their wife like, "Yeah, I think I got it."
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So
man, you're here, and do you plan on obviously not leaving anytime soon, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much planted your flag here.
Yeah, we're here. I mean, I hope to have my own restaurant someday. You know?
Do you like California? Or do you think you'd go back to New York?
I'm getting used to it. We'll see. I feel like I haven't really...
What don't you like about it?
It's not New York, man.
Well, of course it isn't.
Yeah.
You're one of those people who goes on vacation and you're like, this sucks. Like,
yeah.
Where are the restaurants?
Right. I mean, yeah, I'm a city person.
Yeah,
but,
where are the bars?
Yeah. But, I don't know. We'll see. I haven't really gotten to, like, do that much, like, stuff because of, like, COVID, and now I'm like just here every day.
Yeah.
So like, I've never even been wine tasting before. I know that's like the thing to do here.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's free.
Oh yeah.
It's free for all chefs, industry people. Yeah. Bring your card over there.
Oh yeah.
I mean, just as you were networking,
and you're just like, what
at
up?
Those bars, you can go to tasting rooms.
Yeah.
Get hammered and network over there. Yeah, for sure. Because the thing here in Napa is you never know who the fuck is in your restaurant.
Right.
Like, because everybody's a winemaker, everybody knows everybody. So,
yeah,
basically the way I say it is everyone's a VIP.
Right.
And,
Yeah.
you know, because you never know.
Yeah.
You never know.